Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Je Vaughn Show. I'm Je Vaughn, and today we got a show for y'all today. Let me tell you something. We are going to be dipping into our bag of holy hip hop, gospel hip hop, inspirational hip hop. It's hip hop today. And we have an artist coming on the show today that has a new project coming out today. Today is the day for you to get that dopamine. I'm not going to waste no time. I'm going to bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Santa Claus. Brother Rick. What's going on, Brother Rick?
What's going on with you, brother? I can't complain, man. What's happening?
Man, welcome to the Je Vaughn Show. We got you on. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about hair. You got a lot of it.
Now, you knew me when I didn't have none.
Bald, as engraved like this. But let's get into it, man. I'm sorry. I get beside myself sometimes. The question that we ask everybody, very first question out the gate, who is Brother Rick?
Brother Rick is a holy hip-hop artist, a man of God, a father of 7, a husband, a teacher of the word, and a rapper / singer. You know, I'm just the average brother. That's why I go by Brother Rick, because I'm everybody's brother. I'm just the average brother who wants to help you get into the kingdom. That's who Brother Rick is.
That's what's up. So you started off as Reverend Ricardo, right? and now you're Brother Rick. So, and I bring that up because you were Reverend Ricardo, and there was this guy who was an elder. I want to talk about all of these titles. Like, I want to be Bishop Je Vaughn Martin, the Bishop Je Vaughn Show.
Okay.
So Bishop Je Vaughn, Bishop Je Vaughn, Apostle, Reverend, Brother Rick, and Elder Stephen Anderson. How you doing, Elder?
What's up?
What's happening, bro?
You got it. What's up, Brother Rick?
Man, I can't complain. What's going on with you, man?
I'm out here in the vineyard.
So,
and it's the man with the bars. You got the bars.
and we're not talking about Ciroc.
Not at all.
So I'm excited because Brother Rick has new music coming out today. And I said, if I know I can't get into a word battle with this man. You know, I know Jesus wept, and
don't use the other one.
And Mary had a little lamb. Those are about the two that I know for certain. So I said, let me bring in a guy that knows something about music, that knows something about the word, and then we can have a real good conversation and maybe even help some people today. But I want to make sure people understand that today people are gonna get that dopamine.
Yes, sir.
Brother Rick, why the title dopamine? What does dopamine mean?
Dopamine is known as the happy hormone or as the pleasure hormone. So when a person feels pleasure, when a person feels happy, right? When you achieve something, that's that dopamine. When when people compliment you, that's that dopamine. The emotion, that feeling that you have when you get that unconditional love from your children, that's that dopamine. What Jesus has for us, yeah. That's that dopamine, you know, so it's just a pleasure hormone. So I was actually on a podcast with a couple other individuals when it hit me. We sitting there talking and they like, man, what would you name your album? And I'm like, I really don't know. And then it just hit me, dopamine. And the host on there was like, it's a double entendre. He said, because your bars are dope and mean. I said, okay, I feel that.
Which feeling should I feel every time Elder Stephen hits that turn signal?
Just me.
Just me. He's got the loudest turn signal for a Geo Metro ever. Moving on. So that's why I love bringing in Elder, because he gives me inspiration to create bars. So the album comes out today. There's been questions. Is it 6 tracks or 5?
It's 5 tracks. For the 100th time, Mr. Je Vaughn. It is 5 tracks. This brother that sent me so many updates talking about 6 tracks. I was like, man, I don't know how many times I got to tell this brother it is 5 tracks.
It's the hidden track that be trying to tell you.
Sometimes he comes without a helmet.
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes.
All right.
Now, one of the 5.5 tracks on the album is called "I Want to Know You," and
yes,
we've got a music video. Is it okay if we go ahead and show that music video?
Man, go ahead, do that thing.
Please hang up and try again.
I want to know him
for myself.
Somebody find your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, get to know him." Get to know him. If you don't, it's your time, your turn. Get to know him.
Yeah.
That's hot. Whole time I'm over here like church face.
That's so good. It's so
Let's
good.
Go skating, guys. Let's go skating.
Right. Let's go fall a little bit. Let's just go fall and lay prostrate.
I'm not ready. Wait a minute. Hold on. You know, we're a little older in these days. We're a little older now. We can't do this.
Here's the thing though, like as somebody that hates skating and truly finds no purpose in it whatsoever, it makes me want to go find some skates.
Yeah.
And you know, not put them on, but at least go find them. Maybe carry them around while I listen to the song. Mariella says so dope. Shout out to the 309 for show.
Yeah, indeed.
That song is so good. So give me the process. So that's your son rapping with you. What is the process of from finding the beat to writing the lyrics with your son?
Well, so lately it's been a blessing, right? I don't have to find the beats anymore. They kind of find me. Like I have producers that's like, man, I'm sending you something. And my nephew, also my engineer, shout out Stefan UTK, Non Wave Studios, Non Wave Recording Studios. He made this one. He was like, man, I got something I want you to hear. We had like 4 songs done on the EP. And I'm like, no, I think we had 3 at the time. And I'm like, all right, cool, let me hear it. He played it, and I instantly was like, I don't know what I'm gonna write, but this gotta be the video. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but this beat gotta be the video. So I went into straight writing mode, and I was like, what can I say on this beat that I haven't said yet, or in a way that I haven't heard it yet? I want to know you. That was it.
Wow. And how long does that process take for you when you're in the studio, or once you realize, okay, I'm going to take something, I'm going to write to this. How long does it take for then you to write it?
When I'm really excited about a song, I can get it done. If I dedicate at least 3 hours, I can get the song done. If I'm busy, then it'll take me a whole day because, you know, I cut hair. So in between cutting hair, I'll be trying to write and things like that. So it'll take me a whole day, sometimes 2, to write it. By the time I get in the studio, though, man, if I'm recording alone, a good 30 minutes to an hour. When I got Javier in there with me, it might take us about 2 hours to get it done.
And he writes his own bars, or do you give him a little assistance, a little accompaniment? How does that go?
Yeah, I'm doing the writing right now. I'm working on him with his writing. He has written things before. We working on that. The boy got so much talent. He just second guesses himself. But he's 11 years old, right? So how can he not second guess himself at 11 with so much pressure put on him with the notoriety that we getting? So I try not to put too much on his plate. And I'm like, look, for right now, I can do the writing. That's not a problem. But whenever you're ready, I'm ready to give it to you. I'm just trying to set him up for success.
Does he ever come to you like, Dad, I don't like that, or I don't want to do that, I don't want to say that?
He doesn't say, Dad, I don't want to say that as far as the songs goes, but he will be like, Dad, I don't feel like doing a TikTok right now. He hit me with that all the time. I just want to play my game, Dad. I just want to go outside and play basketball. I don't want to do TikTok. And all I can say is, okay.
But that's good. He wants to be normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. He's not jaded by the attention, so that's good.
Yep, and I praise Jesus for it, because He has a new bus driver now, but his last bus driver was a fan of ours, and he used to be playing our music when Javier got on the bus and reaching out to me on Instagram when Javier got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So he does have the notoriety at his school. Like they put I guess they have like this text message group amongst the sixth graders, and they put it in there. Javier is all over TikTok. Him and his dad is TikTok famous, but yeah, he doesn't let it go to his head, and I just try to continue to keep him humble.
That's good.
It's funny that I keep hearing about these stories and about these things that people get to accomplish and do, and I think about myself and how I am at 11 years old. If I had 400,000 followers on my page, and if I had over 3 million people that have viewed me, you thought my head was big with my 3,000 followers. Do you understand where my head would be? Hush, Shababo Shektai, if it had not been for 300,000 followers, 400,000 followers.
Wow.
So how do you keep him humble? Or is that just something that he's naturally is?
Man, it's a Jesus thing, right? And I'm going to tell you why that is. Javier's the biggest gift I've seen in him outside of understanding the word of God is his talent for music. But one of his least interests is music. So because he's not interested in being famous when it comes to music, he's not interested in people knowing that he's a great rapper. Well, it's starting to turn now, right? Like he's getting there, but he's not very interested. He likes dancing. He likes basketball. Those are his things. So because music isn't his main interest, he remains humble because it's something that he can do, but it ain't something that he's just like, this is who I am. I'm Javier, you know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. The dopamine that I keep feeling every time this Negro turns on the turn signal. I promise.
I'll tell you what. I want you to stay encouraged.
They don't even use turn signals in Dallas. So why are you using yours all of a sudden?
Because I obey the laws of the land, son.
Oh, here we go. You're going to say that that's in the scripture somewhere. Watch.
It is. Moving on.
Moving on. So let me ask Elder, just to kind of bring you and your family to this conversation too. So you're someone that has sons, and they kind of took on where you are with music and singing and things like that. With you, was there anything that you did to kind of lead them on that path and to keep them kind of grounded that you can kind of share with Brother Rick?
At first, I tried to deter them from the family business. So I'm just going to be honest. Because I was like, y'all ain't got to do this, you know, because we've been in the industry and been dealing with these folks, and it's not good. I mean, I'll say openly, I don't care who gets mad. It's not healthy, you know. Industry is not ministry. So I told them, if you're going to do it because you got an appetite for God. Don't do it because you want a platform, you know, because having a platform ain't for the faint of heart. And if you're going to do it, it's going to require you to be a little grimy. So, you know, pick how you want to do this. You're going to do this for God, or you're going to try to, you know, be a conduit within the industry, which is going to be very hard. So you got to really have an appetite for God to pull this off, and not be moved by the lights, camera, and action. So with that being said, I've always encouraged them to just pursue God first, and then any opportunities fall in your lap, consult God. You know, we rock with you and help you through it. But I never want to push them I never want to be that Joe Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Making them do things, you know. But I told them, if you're going to do this, you're gonna operate in excellence. You're not gonna be sitting up here just doing whatever just to be doing something, just to say you're doing something so people can look at you and get attention. Do it in, you know, you got my name. That's my name. And as you see, they get up and they play and they sing and they do what they do. But at one time they was raggedy and I had to get them. Like, go sit down.
Hey, listen.
Go sit down.
Listen,
Just don't
right?
even do it. Just go sit down.
The Joe Jackson comment, right? Listen, Jesus will give you all the examples you need of what not to be. Because when I deal with Javier, that's the first thing I think of to myself. I don't want to treat him like Joe Jackson. Either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. And if you do want to do it, we're going to do it in the best way possible to make sure that Jesus is getting all the glory and not us.
Right.
But if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to make you. You're a child. Look, be a child, because at one point there's going to come a time when you ain't no kid no more. You're going to have to put away them childish things. So when that time comes, we'll deal with it then.
That's cool. I'm the Joe Jackson then. Hell, I'll accept it. My son,
boy Junior,
he's 6'5", left-handed, and the only thing that I wanted him to do was play baseball. That was the only thing. Grab the baseball, throw it in the strike zone. You have to work 1 day a week, and you make like $2 million a pitch. Just go do that. And I was training him up. Right, I was a baseball player. He was already better than me at 6. I'm like, man, this boy gonna be dope. And then he found basketball and ain't turned around since. And I'll be honest, it pisses me off. He was so good at baseball. Why are we doing this thing? Why are we trying to put this big old ball into a hoop when you can take this small ball? See, that's the problem. We want the big balls when all you need is just one good small ball. And that's all I wanted him to do was throw that little ball into the mitt for 6 innings a week and make $2 million.
Excuse me. Pick me. Are we still talking about sports?
Listen, I was gonna say this was an interesting turn of events here. Like, this has got so personal.
When did we start talking about sports? Moving on.
I guess that's the real question.
So it's cool that you're able to kind of help him and guide him, and that you have that understanding. You were young though, and as a young singer, right, growing up in church, did you ever feel that pressure because of your gift to perform and to be out front and to do those things that you're trying to, I guess, hold back hobby from having to pursue?
Yes and no. The reason I say no is because I grew up in a real small church, right? There wasn't a lot of eyes on me. It was just family. And who cares what family thinks when you're young, right? But at the same time, I say yes because I had a fear of failure. I never wanted to be looked at as a failure. I didn't want anybody to see what God gave me as a talent as a waste. I didn't want anybody to say, oh man, that wasn't good. He could have done better. What is he doing? So it was a yes and no thing. Half of them, I didn't care what they thought, but at the same time, I didn't want nobody to look at me like a failure.
Gotcha. So I'm going to transition a little bit because you go from this being young and singing in church. How did we get to 300,000 followers on TikTok and 3 million views? You want
the short answer or the long answer? Because the short answer comes with a simple name, Jesus. That's it.
Okay, fine. Give me the long answer. Give me more than Jesus.
Yeah. So it's like this, right? And I've been telling personally, I've been telling this story since it happened. You don't plan to go viral. You hope to go viral. You pray to go viral. You wish you're going to go viral, but you can't plan to go viral because you don't know who's going to like what you're putting out there, how many of them is going to like it. And then when you've been doing music as long as I have and you put something out there and you say, hey, everybody share this, and you got 5,000 friends, but only 2 shares, you're kind of like, I'll do it and we'll see what happens. So how did we jump from Reverend Ricardo to Brutha Rick with almost 420,000 followers on TikTok, a total of almost 500,000 worldwide? Man,
across the platforms, yeah.
Consistency. I knew the gift that God had given to me, and I understood that gift. I knew how to use that gift so that gift could make room for me. I just had to continue to stay consistent because though I wanted something to happen, I had to realize that it was only going to happen in his time. And when he said it was time, boy, did he show that it was time.
That's what's up. What was the very first video that you did to where not the first video you did, but what was the first video that took off for you?
Everybody Just Somebody. So, and that's even an interesting story, right? So I called myself when I started doing the open verse challenges. I started doing them because Javier and my mom was like, Dad, you should do these open verse challenges on TikTok. And I'm like, TikTok is the kids app. I'm not getting on TikTok. I am a Facebooker until I die. Catch me on Instagram sometimes. So they was like, yeah, you got to do it, man. So many people are doing it, and I know you will be good. So I did a couple of videos, and they didn't really do any numbers. Well, I was on there one day, and I was interested in doing another one, and there was these French producers that go by the name of Trinix. And I heard this beat that they did, just a guy eating in the construction zone, just a girl eating soup alone. I'm saying it backwards. And the beat dropped, and I'm like, this is nice. So it came up on my For You page, and the person that shared it like 8 hours ago. So I'm thinking this is something new. If I jump on this right now, as it continues to grow, it'll grow with me attached to it. I jumped on there, I laid the verse down, and then I found out after it went viral that it actually dropped a whole year ago, and it wasn't even going viral anymore. That's how I know it wasn't anybody but Jesus, because people, once I dropped the open verse challenge to it, which it wasn't even an open verse challenge. They just put a beat out there, and I decided I wanted to rap on it. Nobody else was doing that to their beats. So once they put it out there, it went viral, and then you know how it does. After a while, it just starts to fizzle. And every blue moon, you might see it pop up on somebody's page who hadn't heard it a year ago when it went viral. Well, I was that somebody. And I did the video, and man, I went to sleep, and I think I had a little over 500 followers when I went to sleep, and woke up to like 8,000.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you remember what that verse was that you did?
Ooh. He's undebatable, truly relatable, but he's undebatable, truly relatable, but he's unfadable. Debatable. Nope. That's all I remember. Man, I mean, I write like sometimes I write 5. I'm working on 5 to 6 songs at one time. So those lyrics, when they get recorded, unless I got a show coming up, they are gone.
Could you write a rap to Elder Steven Anderson?
Don't do it. I knew you was about to do that.
So I brought up that first one because, you know, I'm from Chicago, so I'm from the land of Twister, do or die. And it seems like a lot of these raps are tongue twisters. So I'm guessing that you're really good at tongue twisters.
Yeah, I grew up with tongue twisters. One of my favorite things, right? So just a quick story. I was in elementary school, and we had this guy come through. I couldn't remember what he was doing, but he called all these kids up on the stage, and he was like, I want to see how good you are at tongue twisters. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't one of the kids that got on the stage, so I wanted to prove something to everybody when everybody couldn't say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peck of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? So I went home and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. And then I started adding to it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peck of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? I got to school the next day and was like, I can do it better than everybody that was on stage.
You know what? It's the point for me.
So let them know. So,
he want everybody to know.
So I need to know which ones that we can get you to do. So I created a little segment. Put your tongue away. So this is what. So you already did this one. Let me hear it.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled psalms.
That's what he did. And if Elder wasn't driving, I would have him do the next one. But can you do this one? Wait, can you do this one?
Spiritual soldier selling scripture soundly in Santiago. What is this? Did you just
worry about what I did.
Words that start with the same letter.
Elder, can you do this one? Nope. What about this one?
To tie the knot. To tie the knot to tie. That is the question.
And you need counseling.
Bad. Preach and teach peace to the people.
Can you do that 3 times fast?
Preach and teach peace to the people. Preach and teach peace to the people. Preach and teach peace to the people.
That's deep. What about this one?
God gives grace. God gives God's grace gives great gifts to grateful hearts.
Wow.
He who seeks the Savior shall surely see salvation. The 6 sheep sick.
One more time.
The 6 sheep sick.
Stop cussing.
You about to get us in trouble on here, man.
Watch your mouth, man of God. Don't let them set you up.
Man.
Listen. Brother Rick, I'm here to be your friend today. Don't let them put you in out there. Don't do it. Don't let them put you in and out there.
He tried to get me. Man, he tried
Let me tell you something. When you deal with this, when you deal with Brother Je Vaughn, you pace yourself, please. Thank you. You'll thank me later. Pace yourself.
I should have known better, man.
The season cease. Thus the season
Don't do it.
cease.
Don't do it. No.
I'm just saying.
No, let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you 20 years experience. I'm giving you 20 years of experience. Do not pace yourself. Do not do
buddy.
it. So,
okay, last one.
this is
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he?
Dang it. That's pretty impressive. And although I tried to get Elder to cuss, because Elder was going to do that other one with the 60th, but since he was driving and too busy turning on turn signals, he couldn't do it. But one thing that he is able to do is participate in a segment that I like to call the Creative Break. On today's showcase, we are going to rap. And I'm sorry, me and Elder Stephen are going to rap. You're going to sing. And because, me and Elder are already singers. So because we're both singers, we're going to rap today. And because you are right now rapping, we're going to have you sing today. Now, here's what we're going to do.
I didn't agree to that. And two, I'm only going to be a rapper when I get to heaven. I can't rap on earth.
And that's why you can rap on earth. What you do and let that which be done in heaven, let it also be done on earth. Is that a scripture? I feel like I made that up. Moving on. And I want to rap and or sing my favorite, which are theme songs. I love TV theme songs. I love TV. I'm a TV guy. So I'm gonna rap a TV theme song. Elder Stephen is gonna rap a TV theme song, and then we need you to sing a TV theme song. I know that you guys have to think about this, so I'm gonna go first. And I didn't really have anything planned because y'all know I really didn't. I'm not even just saying that, I really didn't. So let me go to let me get a beat. It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. Just so sit back and relax, because we're ready to the max, because it's Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister. Just they run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever they get called. But we bring loose and Bama Moose, and now you know the plot. It's Animaniacs. What? We have paid for play contracts. And we're zany to the max. There's baloney in our sacks. We're Animani, totally insane. Picky and the brainy Animaniacs. Those are the facts.
That boy good. I mean, good and terrible.
Listen, if that don't go viral.
So that's what I've got. Elder Stephen.
I'm not even a rapper, but what we're gonna do is
you're not much of a straight line driver either. Good God, there aren't even that many turns in Dallas. Moving on.
That was wisdom. Preacher, take it down, because I'm out here like no.
So I'm supposed to sing something? Sing
something.
Man, I got these allergies. It's a rare condition in this day and age to read the good news on the newspaper page. A love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. There you go.
And then there must be some magic clue inside these walls. My God.
Yeah, yeah. Got me
Steph,
singing
since
song.
you refuse to participate in battling in this rap contest, because you know I tore it down and I busted the walls wide open. Why don't you give us a song of your favorite theme song, if you will?
I don't have one. You don't watch TV like that. But
You used to.
thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and confidant. Do-do-do. And if you do a party and invited everyone you knew, you will see the things from me. Bye. I'm done. I'm logging off. I can't do it.
The big ass gift.
What's funny is I started to do that one, but when that video went viral with the guy with the bonnet on, people used to tag me in the video, say, "Man, this remind me of you." So I intentionally didn't do that one.
The big ass gift.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite. So, so Dopamine comes out. It's out right now. They can go get it. Where can they go get it? Is it only available on MySpace?
It's available everywhere. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube. If you don't have a subscription to any of those streaming services, you can go listen to it on YouTube. Wherever you stream your music, it should be available there. Not on SoundCloud yet. I plan on putting it on SoundCloud later. Let me help people understand why. Because some people just don't understand why my music isn't instantly loaded to SoundCloud. My distribution company doesn't collect the SoundCloud streams, so therefore they don't benefit me like that until I get a certain amount of streams on SoundCloud. So I put it on SoundCloud later so that I can drive more people to the platforms that actually where the streams are actually collected in my favor.
Makes sense to me. So they can get it everywhere where they can get music except for SoundCloud
for now,
and it's available today.
Today.
Five songs, not 6. And Apple Music everywhere. And you know, it's cool to stream it, but it's even better when you buy it. So buy the album. Go buy the album.
Why not?
Why
You're
not
gonna waste more than that at McDonald's.
Exactly. Go buy the album.
You're gonna spend that on a Starbucks drink. You know, there'll be $50 for a drink at Starbucks.
Yes, I know some people that go to Dunkin' Donuts instead of paying $50, they pay $45. Go ahead and just go. Look right there. Look at that. Look at the pretty face of the little boy. That is him rapping with his daddy. Go ahead and support the young boy.
Feed the starving children of the world.
Yes, I believe the children are our future. Feed them well and pay them along the way, is what I say. So go buy the album. And if they want to follow you, where do they go find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at I am Brother Rick, just like you see it spelled right there on the screen. You can find me on TikTok at Brother Rick, Facebook at Brother Rick, and on Twitter at Brother Ricky with a Y, because somebody else took Brother Rick.
The nerve.
I gotta find that imposter.
The heathen. And for those listening on the podcast, it's Brutharick. Brutharick, Brother Rick. Brother Rick, I appreciate you coming on the show today. I appreciate you letting us play the song and for sharing your journey and your steps along the way. We look forward to great and tremendous success coming forth from you and this project. And we will hopefully get you up to 1 million follows on TikTok before the government takes it down.
Man, that's the plan.
Man, and we might as well do 10 million views. Oh, will there be an open verse challenge to your songs?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. So, while we're asking that question, the song that there is gonna be an open verse challenge to, God's will, is I Want to Know You, which video just dropped this morning at 9 a.m. I need y'all to go out there and stream that video. I need y'all to share that video, post that video, tag me, do some dances to it. Look, I need y'all to go out there on our YouTube page, again, Brother Rick, and run that thing up. So that it can attract so much attention that when we drop an open verse challenge to it, everybody wants to be a part. So yes, we do have an open verse challenge coming to that. Is something else gonna drop before that? Something special that we've been holding on to? I guess this is that 6th song, right?
Yeah, I told you. I knew there was. I knew it was there.
So yeah, we got something special we working on. That's gonna drop first, and after that, we're going full open verse challenge mode, and we're planning on doing something special with the verses that gets the most views and the most likes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all go follow Brother Rick. Brother Rick is Brother Rick. He's gonna be up there. Brother Rick, Brother Rick. I am Brother Rick. He is Brother Rick. We all are Brother Rick. So go and follow the show. Brother Rick, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me, brother.
I'm going to let everybody know that we are going to continue to keep this stream up and alive because in about 17 minutes, we're going to have on a young lady that's going to be sharing with us about her music, about her movie, film showcase that's taking place in New York this weekend. So until we get there and while we're waiting for her to come on the show, I'm up another heater. Miss Antoinette, I call her Tony. Miss Houston is an amazing rapper. She's up in Chicago, just came back from Egypt. She's doing her thing. I don't know if y'all heard this. Let me play something real quick while you're here, Rick. I don't know if she's still here or not. She's probably stepped in and went out. But if y'all listen to the intro of this right here. I forgot I took that off. So what I did do before I took it off was I had her song as the intro on that, and then I took it off and put the kids in. But she is fire. She is amazing. Make sure you all go stream her music as well. Buy her stuff, buy Brother Rick stuff. And then if I can get Brother Rick and Miss Houston to do a collab together.
For sure.
And if y'all need me to, I can write it.
Same to you, sister. I think we can handle that.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we can come up with something a little better than Mary Had a Little Lamb.
You don't, and do you need me to write it?
I'm pretty sure we can come up with something better than Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, we as a collective. I get it. We, not the French we.
Mary did have a little lamb.
And it's fleece, huh? Antoinette,
I'm talking about Jesus is the lamb.
You went back to Bible. In talking about the music video, we didn't give props to the other people that were involved in the video. So I see this young skinny dude, look like he's about 5. He could be 7. I think his name is Trey. Just doing all this dancing around and stuff like that. Tell me about the extras, the other people that are also in the video or featured in the video.
So yeah, we got Trey Wavy in the video. Trey Wavy is right from here in the 309 as well. Shout out 309 again. He is a TikTok influencer. He is a TikTok dancer. If anybody got wind of that dancer they were doing where they were jumping and sliding their feet back, they looked like they were moonwalking but jumping at the same time. He was one of the people that spearheaded that whole trend that had happened.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so he has a huge following on TikTok, a huge following on Instagram. And hey, I'm so appreciative that he decided to come out and bless us with this talent, man.
What was some of the inspiration behind the music video or why you decided to do that way?
So the feel of the song, like obviously the message was a very serious message. I want to know you. I need to know you. But the feel of the song, that dopamine feel, it's a feel good song. So though I know I need to know you when it feels good to know that I need to know you. So I just wanted to put a video together like that where it was like just fun loving, feel good, skating. Who doesn't like enjoy skating? I mean, some people may not because it can hurt you very bad if you suck at it. But for the most part, Who doesn't enjoy skating? And then the concert vibe. But then the concert vibe, right? Everybody loves a good show,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then the last scene, it was just when we were out in front of the art center. That was, I just think that was good aesthetically for the video. So it was just, I just wanted to put together a video that when you watch it, it gives you that dopamine feeling. Oh yeah, this is live. There's life in this video.
With the music that you do, has there ever been a desire to go back to R&B? Because I know you did R&B, some non-gospel stuff for a little bit, and then you came back to gospel. Will there be a transition back into R&B?
And nah, that ain't happening. I haven't had the desire to go back and do R&B. But when I see people that do R&B not doing it right, I've had a desire to go back and show what R&B is supposed to be like. I've had a desire to go back to show this is what music should sound like if you weren't serving Jesus. But that desire does not outweigh the desire to continue to make music for him,
Yeah, that's what's up. We so I remember when you and I first crossed paths. I believe, let me know if I'm wrong. It was when I had God's Chosen Vessels at Mount Moriah, or does this predate that?
Nah, it was God's Chosen Vessels.
God's Chosen Vessels. Oh my God, what was that couple that came through? Dante.
Dante. Yeah.
And
I can't remember his wife's name.
I can't think of his wife's name either. But so how old were you back then?
I was 19 with a pipe dream, trying to make a way for me and my team. Always trying to come up. I was 19 years old, man.
19, and you, yep, GCV. Oh my God, it was Coco.
Yes,
it was Coco.
Yes, my wife would have remembered. If I would have said something to her, she would have remembered. I'm sure she don't forget nothing.
Dante inspired me. Let me tell you why. Dante did not talk.
Nope.
Dante only sang.
Listen,
everything.
That's all you wanted him to do once you heard him sing. You didn't want to have a regular conversation with Dante after he started singing.
And Rick don't even remember me. You can remember Coco and Dante and not remember Mary. That's deep.
Mary, let me tell you something. Mary, I've had a very stressful life since GC.
Do you see the gray hairs?
Do you see? Listen, 7 kids later, Mary.
I cannot believe Mary remembered Coco, and I don't. I remember we had those. I wish to this day that I would have kept at least one of those jerseys that we had. Oh my God, I remember GC Vessels. God's Chosen Vessels. And do you remember? Okay, I'm about to see what your memory is like, since you don't remember Mariella, or when we went to that place and they call her Mariella Phelps. Do you remember Jessica?
Which Jessica?
Mary's BF when we were at Mount Moriah.
Yeah. I remember Jessica because I've had several dealings with Jessica after that. Like, me and Jessica still converse every now and then over Facebook. I wouldn't know which Jessica you were talking about if my wife didn't remind me yesterday. That's Jessica's best friend.
And Joyce would not remember Coco either.
Oh, okay. Well, she usually be remembering.
The fact that Mary remembered Coco. I don't even know how I pulled Dante out the hat, but
Dante was so memorable, though. Like,
he really was.
When you think Mount Moriah, GCV, and you think singers, the first person that comes to my mind is Dante. And the one reason being, Dante didn't do anything but sing.
Everywhere. Everything. And he could sing everything. So if y'all have ever come around a couple named Dante and Coco, please give us a call at 1-800 Where's Dante?
Yes, please tell them we've been looking for him like Where's Waldo.
You like movies though,
man. Yes, absolutely.
What's the latest one you watched, since you didn't watch the new Luther movie yet?
I watched the new Luther movie last night.
You did watch the Luther movie
Yes,
last
I
night?
did watch it last night.
And having watched the Luther TV series, you know what happened to be able to understand the movie. See,
Yes, I
what
do.
it seems like you did was you watched the series, which is like learning 1+1 = 2, and
Mhm.
then you was able then to watch the movie, which was kind of like what?
Learning calculus.
Like
I
I
learned
need
the
you to
basics first
learn
so
the
that I
basics
can
first.
understand the advanced stuff.
Because then that way you can understand the advanced stuff and not say, oh, I don't know what was happening because I didn't read, aka watch what happened previous to it. So okay,
I didn't
so
properly prepare.
and properly prepare. Now, for y'all that's wondering why we're talking about calculus and 1+1, there's a podcast that we were able to go on, and once it's released, we will go ahead and share it with the world. And I'm going to assume that it will not be heavily redacted, the version that comes out. But we had a really good conversation with this podcast. It was called Whatever Talks,
Mhm.
and with Donathan. It was, listen, I talk a lot of stuff. Donathan talks a lot of stuff, but he's got a really entertaining podcast. So I'm hoping that you guys go and check out Whatever Talks. You can look it up. I was on there one week and then I missed the following week, and they had barbecue Je Vaughn on that week. So then Pastor Rick, I brought in ammunition with me this past week, and I brought in Brother Rick, and I said, okay, Brother Rick, go. And I just sat back and let them do their conversation. It was really good conversation, a really good podcast. So it's called Whatever Talks. I hope that you guys go and support it, go listen to it. The host does not believe in anything. He's not a believer of
like you said, anything. That was his
anything.
words. I don't believe in anything.
He does not believe in anything. So we brought in the word, and we found out that he does believe in some things, but he doesn't believe in anything. So make sure you guys listen to that podcast because it was very, very interesting, very, very fun. That was a fun podcast.
Absolutely.
What did you think about Luther? And now that you watched the movie, did you understand what he was saying and what he was asking about?
Yeah, I completely understood. Like I had told him when he at first said all he kept saying was I did what needed to be done. I knew straight off jump exactly what it was, because in the previous seasons, every season Luther was put in a situation to where he had to break the law in order to save somebody's life. And it came back to bite him in the end. That's why he went to prison, because now all of those secrets came out, all of the laws that he broke, and even the people who he had to, as David said, remove from the earth. That's what David said in the Bible. The people he had to remove from the earth, all his secrets came out. So that's why when you get to the end, when Luther is chained up and the lady cop was supposed to stab him, and he looked at her and said, do you see any other way? He's letting her know, this is how I got in the predicament that I'm in, dealing with individuals like this sick-minded person here, put me in situations where I didn't see a better way. I had to do what I had to do.
Of the movies involving African American women, because we're bringing in the founder and president of the African American Women in Cinema. She's doing a amazing virtual film festival this weekend. So before I let you go, is there one movie with a prominent African American woman in the role that you can think of right now? That's just something that when you hear African American woman in cinema, it's like the movie that just jumps into your head.
Hidden Figures.
Ooh, that was good. I like Hidden Figures.
It shined a light on Black women in a way that I don't see some, but there's very, very rare movies. There's very rarely a movie that shines that shines a light on a Black woman's mind like that does, to show you how advanced our women can be and are, how intelligent they are.
I was thinking Players Club, but that's because full spectrum.
Yeah,
Full spectrum.
Yeah.
But before I let you go, before I bring in Miss Renee, have you seen Swarm yet?
No, I keep saying I'm gonna watch it. I haven't started it yet, but I've been hearing some crazy things about it.
It's female serial killer, which was purposely done because the creator, the co-creator of the show, said that she hadn't seen female Black serial killers really shown in cinema and in TV shows. And I said, did we have to though? Couldn't we just? I watched the entire series, and I promise you, every single time I watched it, I was just like, I had to drink some water afterwards. It depleted me each episode because of how intense it was. So, with that said, Brother Rick, dopamine, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let Brother Rick go because I told him 2 hours ago I was gonna let him go. It's called Dopamine. It comes out today. The music video, the whole album is out today. Make sure you guys go check it out. Dopamine, Brother Rick, at I am Brother Rick on major platforms. Go check it out. Thank you for joining us today, Brother Rick.